in, up, think, over, think, down, wiggle. Okay, so notice there were 2 times that I took 2 seconds to move. This is easy. Think, over, that took 2 seconds, and now there's another think tick. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about leading in and up with the wrist on the way up, and then when I think, after I get over here, lead down with the elbow. Down, wiggle. Okay, so that's a good way of practicing that. When you, I want to get to the left hand, so I'm just going to show you these other ones, and you can watch it in the mirror, because it's the same exact principle. You're just not going to tip it as far. So if I'm going the A string, in, up, think, over, think, down, wiggle. Okay, and the E string, up, think, over, think, down, wiggle. What doesn't change is the angle of the wrist. Look, here I am on the E string. Look at my wrist and my forearm and my hand. Here's D string. Or A string. Here's D string. Here's G string. So that angle stays the same. It's really kind of like the suspended arm position right there. Okay? So it's the same way, so you're not going to be like that more or like this on any one of the strings. Okay? All right, so I'll check that next time for sure. I wish we had a little more time for it, but we need to do left hand. Okay, so let's go over here. You'll have to show me, or I guess I wrote down here a couple of weeks, whenever it was, 3 weeks ago, I guess. Okay, actually the first time, okay. I had written much improved left hand bow hand. Okay. And then we started working on the bow hand. So again, I think your détaché stroke is awesome. That looks really, really good. I've got to go back here. Oh, I didn't write down the assignment from before, I guess. Okay. All right, well, I guess I was just working out this system. Okay, so Camille, can you remember what I had you do with the left hand? Did I have you do perpetual motion exercise? Yeah, let me hear that. Whatever you've been doing that in the 3-4 exercise in quint? You've been doing quint? Okay, so no. Okay. If you haven't heard of it, we hadn't been doing it. I didn't think so, but all right, so what speed are you doing that?
Like 60.
60, okay. So go ahead and get yourself ready. Or are you using the metronome for the perpetual motion and 3-4 exercise? Have you been using the metronome for it?
Not as much.
Okay, well then we'll leave it off. Because 60 would be extremely slow. So if you've been doing it at that speed, that's okay. But
Oh wait, this is just...
so you're
Oh yeah.
natural head position. There you go. Freeze for a second. Does that feel like you're kind of pressing in here?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you feel that, you gotta get rid of that, right? Because if it's tight, it isn't right. Now do it again. Good, freeze right there. Let me just point out a couple things. This is something you're doing quite well right now. This finger is just coming, that bone is coming straight up from here. You're not leaning it way over this way or the opposite way, right? So you've got a little space right here, and you've got a little, I call this the earthworm tunnel. Yeah, so you're not squishing it. At first it looked like you're kind of squishing it. Yeah, so that looks good. Okay, so do the same thing now on, let's do just any string you choose. good. Okay, now you're going to get much more good out of it. Did you need to do that? If you have to do it, fine, but, yeah, I mean, because I have somebody right after you today, so, yeah. If we have to get through this as much as possible. Okay, I mean, if you have to stretch, you have to stretch. All right, so you're gonna get much more good out of it if you do it with very fast finger drops and lifts. Okay, so right now you're being very careful how you place your fingers, but La Campanella is going to require, yeah, so I actually call these Vignofsky, I could call them Paganini speed, finger drops and lifts. So everybody does that from beginner on up, you do Vignofsky speed finger drops and lifts, but without tightness, right? Okay, so let's do this much faster now, because I think you can. So I'm gonna just put it at, I'll just turn it off and turn it on at 120. Bum, bum. Good, Camille. Okay, hold that position. Yes, now this time I want you to think snap. And I want you to think hold still in between and make your fingers drop from a higher height. So I'm going to help you do it. Do it again. So can you keep that open right there? Okay, freeze. So the one is still a little low. Can you fix the one? When you play it, make sure that you're not closing up the mouse hole here, or don't close this up, but then also these two fingers shouldn't be squeezed into each other. Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, play it once more. Throw, throw, throw. Okay, stop for a second. It looked really good till right at the end. For some reason, when you went 1, 4, your hand kind of got into a weird position. Did you notice that? Can you play the 3-4 exercise now? 3, 4, 3. Keep this wide open. Go on. Freeze. Do you see where that finger is?
Yeah.
Okay, where does it need to be? You show me where it needs to be. Actually, it needs to be clear up here. Okay, so this is coming up. That bone is the thing that, this knuckle right here is the thing that makes that, is the thing that makes that finger go up and down. So, you know, it's the tip we see moving, but it's really that joint right there. Do you see what I mean? So think this bone right here needs to be thrown up and down. Yeah, so for you to go like this, that would not give you clear articulation if you're playing La Campanella. Okay, do you need to stretch once more?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it those spots in your shoulder that...
A little bit.
Yeah, okay. So make sure you use the tennis ball. I would use it about 10 minutes every day this week. Okay. This gives you another chance to get things set up. Okay. Yeah. See, actually, it's quicker than what you were doing. But this is like way better than at the beginning of the lesson. All right. Okay. So let's go to the A string. Okay, and play the 3-4 exercise. So okay, do you remember me drawing lines on your finger over here?
Yeah, the magic lines.
Yeah, okay, so are you supposed to be touching there?
No.
No, can you fix that? Okay.
Does my elbow need to be all the way back here? Or do I need to do like this? Because this feels weird.
That's too much. For
Yeah.
the A string, that would be too much. It's probably fine for the G string. Depends on the string, right? Do you understand why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the way you have your hand set up is I'd rather have this come down a little bit. Do you feel the difference there? Okay, so that should feel pretty relaxed. Does it? Yeah, okay. So remember, this is not correct. Because then you've got the
Down.
the first finger knuckle up too high. And then this is having to go, that's way too far forward though. Okay, so let's lower the magic lines. Okay, and then the pinky should be a little bit curved. And then this right here, do you feel that wanting to really come in? Okay, can you relax all your knuckles? So, because your knuckles at all times should feel flexible, you know? Can I show you here? So I want you to try to move my knuckles for me.
Like which one?
Like I was moving yours. Just move my knuckles in and out. Like
Yeah.
like that.
Squish them.
Well, don't, yeah. I mean, so like this.
Yeah.
Not super fast because, yeah. So do you see, so I have a little bit of firmness here, but flexible firmness so that you feel like, when I'm pushing here and I can't move you at all, it's probably because you're squeezing with your thumb. All right, so just keep that in mind, okay? All right,
Circle.
okay, so. Okay, so this should feel like it's balancing on a tightrope here. And then that is actually a no-no. Why?
Because
It's totally straight. In fact, it's almost like dipped in down here.
do I need to bring my knuckle closer to the fingerboard? Because that's the only way that it will
Yeah,
curve. Okay.
you do, right. Okay, but to do that, this is gonna have to come down. So the magic line area has to move down, and the pinky side has to come up. So remember, pinky side high? Okay, so that's why. The pinky side has to be higher. It's when the pinky side is low that tends to happen. So yeah, in and up, but don't bring your elbow over any more than it needs to. So next time we're gonna start with the left hand, but this is basically, does that feel like that's a balanced position for your hand right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Your pinky probably won't be very curvy, but this looks like it's sort of tight right there. So I think you're gonna have to move the magic lines down a little bit. And then make sure that is a little curvy. There, that looks awesome. Yeah. Can you take a picture from this side and then go over and take a picture